footage. I asked Greg this at the last Morphicon and he had no idea, but the only person who could answer it for sure is Bruce, but in the episode Wormhole, the Dino Thunder S.P.D team up, there's a scene where everybody gets in a circle and starts chanting, "No one gets inside our circle." And then they immediately disband the circle.
Shit sucks.
And my question is just, what was that?
I think it was one of those things that there's maybe a disconnect between the dialogue and the action, but I don't know.
I think it's like a metaphorical circle.
Metaphorical circle. Inner circle of your soul. No one got in between that.
Ever.
No.
Not one time. I think that's what, for me anyways, that's what I mean about my personal circle.
Their circle of friendship was never broken.
Yeah, not once. Where are the other angels?
I wonder what this one is.
Oh,
you're going to the MPR? Awesome.
Come on! And why not question time?
Matt can't sound so mad.
Monica May, everybody. Chris, your letter.
We were just going through a bunch of behind-the-scenes footage because I was trying to get some stuff together to show you guys this weekend. And Chris was constantly singing and farting. Entire year. So it's kind of funny, the first thing he does on the panel is start singing Reunited. I have about 200 hours of footage to show you guys if you want to see it.
Sure! Yes!
Something about, I just called to say I love you. You're singing that for 18 weeks.
Yes, thanks. Okay, so what do we do? What's up?
How are you guys doing?
My name's Eduardo. I was for Jackie. In Sentai, Brandon and Chris's characters in the first couple episodes, there was a lot of physical violence between them. And then when they transferred over to the Disney era, they toned it down. Obviously, I know that was for the kids, but if you were actually able to do some of that in S.P.D, do you think it would have been as successful as it was?
Well, I think, I hope that what we did was find the medium ground in between that, because there was a rivalry between them that I thought was pretty clear, even if they weren't punching each other out. It played out in story rather than in physical fighting. And I think that's something for the audience to kind of, they still feel it. They still feel that there's animosity and a place to go that grows into friendship and respect. So hopefully the way that we did it out of the costumes was better. That's what I'm saying.
I think we did it the best.
I think so too. And of course it helps to have great actors to convey that. And I wish we had some, but we had these guys.
Hi, my name is John Neal, and I'm from California here. My question is, do you guys have anything from the set? Did you guys take anything home, like your suits, trinkets, or something?
I took my cadet suit.
Sweet. Is it, are you allowed to say that? It's too late. There's a story out there.
I don't know, and it's the owner of the story without me, no? Yeah, so I found a S.P.D cadet jacket in my change room, and then I was like, oh, this must be a gift for me to take home. But I didn't know that it was a jacket that was being sent to Florida to do a photo shoot for the 15th anniversary. So it was misplaced, and I was like, oh, maybe they need this back. But yeah, I didn't end up getting everything.
You got called
just friends, and now I call them my family.
Aww. I also took my morpher. my red S.P.D shirt, t-shirt.
Yeah, we took S.P.D shirts.
I took a whole bunch of stuff.
I have my yellow and black leather jacket.
Oh, see, now everybody else is messing up.
Yeah. No, that was actually given to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually asked if I could have it, and they said I could. Do you guys know what jacket it is? It's actually, I'm wearing it, and we're walking down the street. I don't know. You know what? I'll bring it tomorrow so you guys can see it. Okay. It says New Zealand in the inside.
Greg, what did you do?
I took everything I could fit into an airplane. If I could have had the S.P.D command center, I would have taken it. But I definitely have pieces of it. Most of what I have is actually on display. You can check it out here over in our booth.
His favorite TV chair is like a Kruger's command chair. His whole entire house is all fingertip like.
Hello, I'm Chris from Texas, and I wanted to first say thank you for doing S.P.D. It's my favorite season. Thank you for inspiring us. And I just want to thank you for fighting for what you believe in. It was amazing. It turned out great. And my question is, what's the weirdest place any of you have been recognized since you've done the show?
The Tim Hortons in the Toronto
Cheesecake Factory. When I was working there.
I was actually in somewhere in LA, walking out of a place where they serve beverages for adults. And one of the bouncers was like, "Hey man, are you Sky?" He's like twice my size and like twice my height, and I'm like, "No way, you're a car." He's like, "Oh, you watch the show every day with his nephew and he recognizes me."
Did you get free drinks?
I was already leaving. And I did see a guy dressed in spandex in Mexico one time. That was kind of weird. I recognized him, I was like, what is that? That guy's got my banana.
Actually, the 7-Eleven that I used to work around the corner from. Well, listen, okay, look. Okay, no, this is a different instance, okay? So I was working in a salon, right next door there's a 7-Eleven, right? So I go to 7-Eleven like every day, because everybody, right? 7-Elevens are awesome. They have everything you need, pretty much. So the guy, I'd always go in there, and one day he came up to me and he was like, are you on Power Rangers? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I knew it. He's like, me and my son were watching it last night, and I was like, I know her. And his son and his wife were like, no, you don't. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. So I ended up bringing an autograph, signed autograph for him and everything, and then from there on out, like, I got so much free stuff, you guys. I'm not playing, like, all the time. Like, I just, like, he's like king of his house now. He, like, proved it, and I got a lot of free.
Thank you.
Good question, though.
Hi, Michael from Los Angeles. I was wondering for Greg and Jackie, maybe Jackie, I'm not sure how the production process works. When you were reviewing Deca Ranger footage, trying to figure out sort of what plots might work for the show, what was it like when you ran through an episode and you were just like, oh, this is completely untranslated? Did you have that experience?
Well, I mean, here was the thing. We started actually creating S.P.D. before we got to see majority. We had only been given 2 episodes, the first 2. And Bruce basically came over to my house, sat on the couch and said, if you could do anything you want to do with this season, what would you do? And so I basically just outlined what S.P.D. was. I said, the whole cop thing's got to go. Like, this has to be like a moral thing for kids to understand that you have to like earn the right to be something. So I came up with the like A squad, B squad, like all that stuff, and we kind of stuck pretty hard to that as much as we can. If we got an episode that didn't make sense, we would just deconstruct it and fit it into our story. So that's why some of the stuff only has, like, there's a couple episodes that there's actually a few episodes that have no footage, right? And then some that has, you know, because in all honesty, as cool as the Japanese show is, there's some weird crap in there. Yeah, the Pink Ranger takes a bath. Yeah. Like her thinking mode, like we had Bridget's thinking mode of standing on his head, and what Pink Ranger, Deca Ranger's thing was taking a bath, and then her back scrubber was the communicator. It was super, super weird. And we kind of had this balance where it was like I was new to it, and I was trying to make Star Wars, and then we had, you know, Jackie and John. Where is he? Where is he? Is he hiding? Doesn't want to. What was that? Ocean's. Is he Ocean's Alert? Is he afraid that he's going to get questions for Ocean's Alert? But you know, they had like all the hardcore old school rules, you know, and then so we would go in and be like between me going like, who cares? Let's mix it up, and then go like, no. We'd find some middle ground that just kind of made S.P.D the different season that it is.
Hi, my name is Leslie from New York. This is for all you guys. What was some favorite episode you guys did love for filming? Like, favorite part of filming? That's an episode, any episode.
Yeah.
So that was cool. So I was more of the sand cow shit. That shit was
Actually, that was
shooting the episode because like, you know, we felt like we were smart. Like, we felt the terrain we were from like sand dunes to the jungle area.
With poo. Yeah. Remember that being like on your chin and with the camera like in a fucking pile of cow shit?
Remember the sand dune?
That shit was not fun.
Remember Brandon running up the sand dune, and they were like, how much of this do you need? I'm like, oh, we got what we need, but just keep, let them Boom, I liked Boom. Yeah. Kelson.
All right.
More Kelson. Kelson was like S.P.D cowbell. There's always needed more Kelson.
The one where I wrote the yellow jacket.
Do you remember that?
No, but I thought you were going to say diving episode because you got to dump water on your head. We actually got to fight that day because you took it too hard.
I can do a photo for every day.
On all the days. And we'd all ride to and from work together every morning. Like we were in prison. So, like after spending like 12 hours with one another, we'd have to also like ride home and then see each other again in like 7 hours.
But that's what was
so, yeah.
Now, what about the episode where you had to sing?
Oh yeah.
Sing? Yeah, I'm such a good singer. Yeah, that was fun, you know, because I got to be a singer for an episode and it's not me in the light, so that was fun. Yeah.
I got to play people for an episode.
Yeah.
That is a lot of
I think I like the episode where I got 1 day off. All right, cool, man. Thank you.
Brandon slept on.
My name is Ethan I'm from what were your guys' reactions when you found out your characters were going to be taking orders from a giant talking dog?
One of my favorite moments from the show is we had some technical malfunctions. That's not my favorite. We had some technical malfunctions with the doggy crew head that I made. So when these guys first started filming, they had to kind of like tennis ball or something. There was no Doggy Kruger. So the first day we shot with the working Doggy Kruger, he and Sky had like a little private, nose to nose, and they had never seen him working. So Chris, is rehearsing and everything, and then goes to actually do the scene, and we're rolling. And Doggy Kruger turns and puts his nose right in his face and snarls, and Chris just lost his shit. I didn't know he was going to do that.
Didn't that head start on fire?
Yeah, he caught it.
Yeah. There's this whole thing in the world where America likes to do stuff differently. So we have like 110 power, and New Zealand has 220 power, and we plugged a 110 head into a 220 socket with an actor inside it. So we're like filming, and I'm like looking at the monitor, and I'm like, oh, why is there smoke coming out of here?
Really angry.
The battery, it was an actor. It was just power going to like a battery pack, and it just melted and set on fire. So. Oops.
And the head actually sat like John was a big guy, and the head sat almost like 2 feet.
Yeah. I remember like the first week being like, this is ridiculous. It was hard to like remember. It was hard like looking at me, like I would always laugh.
It's also partially blind, so when he had to like move on his set and give commands, he'd be like,
The door. The command center door. How many times did you walk into that door?
Alright, I need you to go get commander. And we're like, wait over here. I'm over here. I'm over here. But after a while, he's got used to it. He was just.
and John was good inside like his arm motions and like his head.
Yeah.
He really had to like move his head to make the head.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Hey guys, my name is Richie from New York. So I've been a fan of Power Rangers since I was 10 years old. Mighty Morphin first came out, and then when S.P.D came out, I just thought it was such a refreshing take on the entire series. So I just want to know what's something that you guys thought that made it so different or better than all the previous seasons. Like for me, like the chemistry between you guys on set on the show was just like was awesome. Like it was so entertaining to see all of you doing your thing. So what's one thing that you thought was so different?
I've answered this before. I felt like you answered this question before about having that moral of having the morals of understanding you have to earn something. And I know the previous season was like Down with Thunder, and I have actually been Down with Thunder, and I watched it. It was cool, but I think like what Greg touched upon is that us being cadets and kids having that understanding of you have to earn something and work hard at something. It doesn't just come like just by chance. It showed from us, being in B Squad and me and Jack having our quarrels. Even seeing Sid had a quarrel or two, and Bridge was just buttering. That was the whole, like earning something and actually having that like responsibility to police, the world that we live in and whatnot, and learn to depend on each other at the same time.
I'm not just saying this because Greg is sitting at the table, but I loved the special effect of makeup and stepping on the set. I honestly felt like I was in a feature film a lot of the time just because the quality of even the extras. They'd be in the chair for like 6 hours and it just looked so real. And I thought it just added so much depth and quality to the season.
And not to toot my horn and beat me, but I think the season was well acted. Seriously, man, like all of us, tried to make the show from an acting standpoint as real as it can be for a kid show, and that was important to all of us, and so hopefully that translated.
What's something that you thought was different from the previous seasons?
I love everybody else's answers. Honestly, the first thing I think about is just everybody coming up to me at the table, just as past couple hours saying it, that it was their favorite. So I don't know, I think it's obvious to us all that it was the best.
Can I rephrase the question?
Yeah, rephrase the question.
For S.P.D, what's something that broke the stigma of it being a Power Ranger show for you? Like, oh, this is so cool, this isn't like...
I think the characters were just real. I think there was a realness to us all that, you know, was built in on purpose, and I think people just kind of relate more to that. Like, it's not as hokey, and it's like something that you can really like sink your teeth into. So, yay, I did it. Answer the question.
There's actually probably like an actual technical list, and Jackie would probably get more in depth on this, and what made it different than other seasons. But there was definitely a lot of things that you know, I had to fight for and get called names and meetings for, like stuff like Girl Red Ranger. Yeah, and then, you know, and no whip pans. Anyone? Koichi, if you talk to Koichi, he'll have words about that. But yeah, there was just a lot of like things that were like kind of staples of Power Rangers where I was like, let's just not do that and shake it up. And, you know, some people loved it, some people didn't. Do you remember any of the specific things? I remember Jackie a lot of times being like, that's not how we do it.
Yeah, that was my job, was to be the Power Rangers police. But I think as Greg said, we did reach a lot of compromise with staying true to the traditions that a lot of people liked, and you know, I agree 100% that when Bruce and Greg came on, they freshened things up in a really great way, and they made the characters more believable, and like I said, it was amazing else. So yeah, I agree. I think we did strike a great balance that season, and that was the thing that made it unique and special.
Best vehicles ever.
And
robot cars.
Yes.
My name's Effie from Dallas. I was 6 when S.P.D premiered, so this is the reason I'm here. So. So my question is, hopefully get everybody in on this. What was it like from the point of when the scripts were written to the point where the actors saw the scripts and read through them, to filming? You know, what was the kind of time frame between that? Any experiences related to that?
I don't read scripts with me.
And back to back. Friday and then block.
Yeah, a block together. So it's really fast.
And mind you, when we first got there, it was like 3 weeks of hardcore, intense training. So
I'm still doing physio on my knees, and it's been 9 years. For real. From those 3 weeks.
It is great, that shit.
I just take those back and Tiger Bomb.
Yeah.
And Tiger Bomb, we only sold it in like a little chapstick container. So I had to buy a case of it and put it in. I'm like, the biggest Tiger Bomb you can sell me? And I was like, walking away.
There wasn't a lot of changes. Like what we got on our read-throughs, that's like what we shot. Basically. Yeah. There wasn't a lot of changes. Yeah, it was a pretty good process.
And once the chemistry grew, I think it was, you know, when we were reading scripts and stuff about our characters, as our characters grew, like the buttery, you know, the sky brown. There were certain things that we were allowed to kind of expand the script.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Any questions?
My name is Matt from the Bay Area. I really enjoyed your series, and my little sister, she's 5, and she actually started off with S.P.D right now. This question's for the ladies. I think your series was the first series where the females had a lot of individual episodes, whereas like the other series, the females characters were kind of like relied on the Red Ranger or other stuff like that. I thought it was really cool how Monica, like you, and you know, had your own stuff. You you fight, and then you also with the diamonds. I mean, it was hilarious, but it was also cool at the same time. So, do people like come up to you and like say like you're my role model or anything like that? Or how do you guys feel seeing other series and then seeing like you have this huge package to deliver on this series? Sorry if I was talking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I get a lot of comments from the ladies and the girls, saying that we inspired them, and it's just really touching because I think both of our characters were really strong. We worked really hard to make them strong characters and good role models. So I'm glad. I mean, if I would have just been standing in the corner the whole time, I don't know if I really would have enjoyed doing it. If we didn't have any meaty stuff to do. So we never felt like we were even though we were probably staggered behind the guys somewhat, we all felt like we were a team. Yeah, we didn't get the cool cars or anything like that.
Jeep pizza. Yeah, she got a Jeep.
But yeah, I think it's awesome.
Mike Dent from Milwaukee. Understand I love not being able to see you guys because I missed you at NeoCon the first time around. This question is more for Greg and Jackie. I was kind of wondering that within adapting Deca Ranger, I was wondering if there were any plans at any point to bring elements in from the Deca Ranger movie. It was kind of like a last.
Yeah, we had our own agenda. We added Rum to have, because we didn't really like grouping as their main villain. He was basically just like an implementer for each story, but didn't actually have an arc. So once we decided to clear a path for Rum, it was like riding a bull and holding on to the corner of and when they threw weird stuff in there, we just tried to skirt around as much as possible. But I don't actually think I even ever saw it.
My name is Daniel from Colorado. I wanted to ask you guys about the battle. How bulky was it? How much did it really move? The what? The battleizer.
I don't know, it was pretty, 60 push-ups.
We didn't do that.
It came from Japan though, and those guys are experts at making things like light, super usable.
I think that's when we go take a nap.
My name is Luke, I'm also from Colorado. What was your favorite moment during the filming of this?
Do you remember rapping?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think rapping
is all about the next
No, but do you remember when we rapped? Do you remember that last scene?
Getting slapped. Yeah, I think the last scene was special because I was realizing how special it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Well, that's my story.
That's my favorite moment.
Okay.
My favorite moment is right in the beginning. We got all the props in from Japan, and they sent us the morphers. And we only had a few of them, so they give this big speech, and they're like, "This is your morpher. Do not lose the morpher." It's kind of like, like Full Metal Jacket, so they're like, "Don't lose this. When you're done with the scene, hand it back to the prop person. It's super important, super expensive, blah, blah, blah." A couple hours later, Monica comes out of the bathroom just white as a ghost. She's like, because the girls had their morphers back. She's like, "I went to use the bathroom and the morpher fell in right as I was flushing."
Because in New Zealand, the toilets are super
very strong.
vacuumous. Like, there was no like.
Just sitting on it.
It was like, and then it was just like down. Everybody was standing there looking at the toilet like,
And so begun S.P.D.
Was it your work for phone for the rest of the season? Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, you don't get nice things
All right, my name is Mike. I'm from Pittsburgh, and my question is to everyone: what do you feel were the similarities between your characters that you played in the show and characters that you play in other things?
I mean, I'll say like Jack and the character I played out in Graceland, there's no like reluctance to sort of like and like kind of do his own thing. I think those characters share that. Which is interesting.
Well, for me, Steve was really serious, a lot. Like she's always been serious. And I think that's probably the first character that I played that was always like that, you know, taking care of business. Oh yeah, but you wrote both of them. Yeah. No.
Yes, I was too serious on everything else.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Good question.
Hi, my name's T. I'm from England. Just a quick question. Each of the Rangers have their own special genetic power thing. Which would you like to have within your life?
Oh, walk through walls.
I think I only used that power in the first episode, right? Did I, right, Greg? Did I stop doing that?
We've had to use it after. Most of the powers got cut back on.
Yeah.
It was mostly a budget thing. You did all the time.
Yeah, you did all the time.
But like Sid barely ever turned.
Fist of diamond, that's
Yeah.
What did you
I
have?
had a pretty force to it.
Did you use that?
I used to it once on Urban Diamond thing, so I guess it's also good for that. Just lock it up. We did it in SWAT.
Yeah, SWAT. Three times?
See, right? Diamond, SWAT.
It was the first one, SWAT mode, and then like the last one, I forgot what the last one was. Oh, no, the last one was when you went Jack. We were fighting Jack at the same time. Yeah, and I think I only used mine one time. Okay. If you were fighting Jack, and you used your force gun on Jack, and you were like, you're not the only one that has the power. Oh, can I do that? Okay.
There was a lot of things in the early episodes that we were trying to do, and then they were like, yeah, let's cut back. You guys remember like the cartoon comic book panels? Yeah. That was totally cool, but after like the first couple blocks, they were like, yeah, why don't you stop it?
Oh, I like that.
It's expensive.
Thanks for the question. Good question. Yeah.
This is our last question.
Hi, my name is Alec. I was wondering, how did you react when you had to curse your best friend and you had to destroy him, Sky?
That's like a major, yeah, so... That was the S.P.D episode, I don't know, yeah, the Japanese.
The Japanese was...
Great directing, 10 to 15 show, but you know, it was interesting to the whole bracelet thing, to see him come back, and we were kind of rekindling our friendship, and then to be betrayed by that. I mean, you know, to translate that to real life, I mean, you know, like Ren touched on earlier, we spent 12 hours a day together and we would get on each other's nerves. But I think once you get to a level of friendship with somebody in your life, you know, if you look to your friend next to you, if you're traveling somewhere, you know, you got my best friend back home. I don't think there's any kind of fight really that if you're true friends, you can't really overcome. So I mean, it was different, but you know, it was interesting to me for a good episode, right?